Check one, check one, check one. Check one, 8-4. Emery, do you have me? 15-14 remaining here in the first half. Cuesta with an 8-4 lead. Difficulties here. Jackson comes off of the screen on the handoff. Nothing doing. Happy you joined us, everyone. Spread the word. www.socalcollegesports.com. Really, our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. Friends and family that would like to watch this broadcast live, they can do so. It's also going to be archived. Joshua Wilson-Murray kicking it out. Cruz hit one earlier, hits another. 3 triples thus far in the first 5 minutes of change. For the Cougars, they lead it 11-4. Hot shooting on the road here in the play-in round. Nicholas Ortiz, we hear you. Appreciate your feedback on the chat. And everybody feel free, if you are on the YouTube app or on the computer, feel free to go ahead and chime in on the chat module. Another three from the Cougars, lighting it up here. We talked about their fouls earlier in the ball game. 37% from three on the season as a team. You need to get a hand up. And unfortunately, outside of one shots have been contested. Remains question. I would say they are 4 for 5 from deep. Mike Cepeda, Emery Johnson, Jeff Stoynoff with you on tonight's broadcast. Substitutions here. Egmanike. Comes out, gives off to Joshua Wilson-Murray. Free lane on the baseline. Left-hander, no good. Rebounded by Blunt. Blunt off the Johnson in transition. Looking for the side. Thought about spotting him. Instead kicks it back to 89. Jackson, high one set. There's another screen this time from Egmanike. Egmanike on the weak side. Tips it up. Can't tip it in. Rebound tapped around and out of bounds. Austin Cruz will stay with the Lancers. New shot clock. Out of bounds, it will stay with Pasadena. Hot shooting early from the Cougars, and they have a 7-point lead, 12:50 to go in the first half. SoCalCollegeSports.com's coverage. 3C2A men's playoff basketball. Blunt with a rebound, fouled by Wilson-Murray. Cuesta coming in with a record of 21-7 overall. But they are on the road here in Pasadena. Pasadena finishing the season 17-11.
Chris Blunt makes it a 5-point contest. There are a couple made free throws. Fancini over up top to Alexander Caras. Cruz, Wilson Murray. Over to Fancini. Good ball movement here. Good motion by Cuesta. That one kicked out. That one out of bounds. Fancini not on the same page with Caras. Jackson will bring it up. Lancers trailing by 5. Zone defense look here from Cuesta. Blunt nearly lost it. Instead kicks it out. This is Panuzzi. Panuzzi enters in at the high post. Good high-low action. Easy layup and easy money. Egbonike with the finish. Lancers chipping away here after the hot start from Cuesta. Karras over to Cruz. Joshua Wilson Murray. He has range up to that far. Got to keep an eye up. Egbonike guarding Cruz down low. He's going to say they got him with a forearm before the shot. Baseline out of bounds for Cuesta. Cruz over to Wilson Murray. Set play out of bounds. That one short. Rebound off of Karras. It's going to go to Pasadena. The Lancers can tie it up with a triple. Ordiano swung around. Panuzzi in the short corner. And again, an easy layup opportunity for Egbonike. Really love the inside interior passing from the Lancers between Blunt and Egbonike. Egbonike going to have a chance to make this a 1-point ball game. Josiah Woods getting ready to check back in along with Jordan Simpson. First free throw rattles home for Egbonike. Ivan, 6'4" sophomore from Georgia Cumberland Academy. Some scores from around the 3C2A. 6 other games going on tonight. Second free throw also good. It's a 1-point ball game here from Pasadena. The Lancers trailed it by 1 to the Cuesta Cougars. Karras gives it over to Bueno. Excuse me, Fancini. Cruz holding up top. Egbonike. A lot of pressure on the big man. They know he has range out pretty far. Fancini, that one way off. I want to say Jackson got a piece of it. Fancini trying to sell the foul, not going to get called. They're pulling up into a 3, Josiah Woods. That one well off. Woods, a bit of a dark horse. Taps it from behind Fancini. Fancini able to recover. Gives it off to Karras. Cuesta maintains possession. Under 20 to go on the shot clock. Saunders off to Fancini. Fancini with a quick trigger. I want to say probably more than half of these guys with a quick trigger from deep. You have to be wary of that. Egbonike guarding Cruz. Nice post move. That one blocked up top, but a foul. Emery, can I see the replay on that? Because that looked pretty clean. You see the replay here. And that's good post play. I don't know where the foul is, but Cruz is going to the line for 2. That's a 3rd team foul on the Lancers. Free throw up and good by Cruz. How about a shout out to our friend Tony Barbone, watching remotely here tonight. Athletic director here at Pasadena City College. Our partner in crime up in Fresno the past couple of years at the 3C2A Baseball Championship. Bones, with a legendary coaching career, is really giving back to us. And we thank him, and we thank him with this broadcast here tonight. Lancers off the mark on that last possession. 3-point lead here for the Cougars. Under 10 to go in the first half. Fancini, high horn set from Cuesta. Fancini lost it. Woods on the floor battling. Woods comes away with it, gives off to Simpson. Here's Jackson. Jackson thinking of stepping on the gas. Good transition defense here from Cuesta. The Lancers going to have to reset. Box set, they'll go into a play. This is Panuzzi. Panuzzi into the high post. Simpson looking to enter down low. Egbunike able to get it back. Kicks it into the corner. Panuzzi. Here's Simpson. 12 on the shot clock. The Lancers going to have to work quickly here. Woods at the top gives off to Jackson. Jackson opened the game scoring by himself. Floater into the lane. 12-footer no good. Rebounded by Cruz, and Cuesta now with possession under 9 to go. Cruz at the top. Swings it over far side. This is Giroud. Fancini into the lane. A lot of contest there from Egbunike and Simpson. Layup off the mark from Fancini. And here we come back for the Lancers, trailing it by 3. Woods has it nearly poked away. Instead gives back to Jackson. Ardiano getting ready to check back into the ball game. Next dead ball. Panuzzi inside. Egbunike fouled. I like the attacking mentality here from Pasadena. They just need to work a little bit more on their spacing. The passing's been pretty terrific. And we're going to have a full timeout called here. 16-13, 8:15 remaining in the first half. You are watching 3C2A Playoff Basketball, Men's Edition, here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Jeff Stoynoff is in the building. He's putting a parking pass on his car right now. He'll be with us shortly at the table. Lancers trailing by 3. Point blank for Simpson. Simpson puts it up and in. 1-point ball game now. The Lancers trailing it by 1 at the 8-minute mark of the first half. Saunders driving the lane, kicks it back out. This is Giroud. Giroud hands off Fancini. Fancini. Simpson trying to bait him into a block, and instead Giroud with the 3-ball. 5th triple of the first half for Cuesta. Lead pushed out to 4. Woods driving, not there. Egbunike looking for a rebound. Giroud has it. Cuesta will bring it up. Fancini had Odiano in the air for a second. Good recovery by Chris. Handed off again to Giroud, who just hit the 3-ball. Giroud has that one stripped away. Simpson recovers. Lancers now in transition. No numbers. Again, terrific transition basketball defensively from Cuesta. London Farmer getting ready to check back in. Or looking to check into the ball game for the first time tonight. Woods from deep. That one well off the mark. Woods not really feeling it here so far tonight. Couple of errant long-range bombs. Carras kicks it out to Saunders. Well, the interior defense is fantastic, but the exterior defense has been terrible for the Lancers. The 6th three-pointer of the first half gets it out to a 7-point lead for Cuesta. And you got to run them off the 3. Let your big man recover down low. 3-ball attempt on its way. Odiano off the mark. That one long. Comes off to Fancini. And now you got to recover in transition. Karras, who just hit the three, kicks it back out. Wide open three-point ball. Fancini. 7 triples in the first half. The lead into double digits for the Cougars. Timeout, Pasadena. Let's see the replay here. Look at this movement. Kicks it back out, making the defense move, and the Lancers with no answer for the three-point ball. 25-15, the Cougars mauling the Lancers here. 6:10 remaining in the first half. The long-range onslaught continues here in the first half for Cuesta. 7 3-pointers. Well, if that guy on the right there of the screen looks familiar, that's Tony Barbone. Bones, we like to call him. That's up at baseball back in 2017. Good work there, Emery. Jackson dribbling up and down. Three-pointer. It's a long two. Foot on the line. A good response from Jackson out of the timeout. Making something happen. Started the game off. Trying to assert himself even further here in the first half. Saunders looking for somebody running on the baseline. Defensive intensity has ratcheted up for the Lancers. And that three ball off the mark from Fancini. Transition basketball now here. This is Blunt. Blunt banks it up and banks it in. Chris Blunt, 6'5" sophomore from Lakota East in Ohio. Well, the lead got out to 10. Quick 4-0 run here from the Lancers. They need a couple more stops. They need to get into the shooters. You expect the natural switching to happen, but they've had some problems when Cruz sets the pick up top. Karras is fouled on the ground. That's going to be the 14th foul on Pasadena. So no shots coming. Should be baseline out of bounds for Cuesta. Back and forth affair, but the Cuesta have been getting the better of it, courtesy of the three ball. We're going to have a foul down low. And this is going to be called on London Farmer. 15 foul, so Pasadena and Cuesta are tied up with something. I don't believe that Pasadena has hit from deep in this first half. Cuesta, meanwhile, 21 of their 25 points have been via the long ball. And if you're Pasadena, you have to like where you stand, considering the three-point barrage that has been on display from Cuesta College here in the first half, only down by 6, and looking to cut into that lead right here. Here's Jackson going to bring the ball up for the Lancers. Gives off to Panuzzi. Inside, Jackson loses his man in Fancini, and Jackson lays it in. Jackson now with 8 points. Blunt with 6. Simpson with 4. Garode gives off to Karras. Karras looking for a screen from Saunders. Comes off of it. That's great on-ball defense from London Farmer. Garode working on Patrick Panuzzi. Gives it into the corner to Cruz. Gets it back. Garode from 3. Hit one earlier. That one off the mark. Blunt boxes out for the rebound. He comes away with it. Off to Jackson in transition here for the Lancers. Jackson brings back the ball. Under 4 to go in the first half. And the home team trailing by 4. More scores coming to you from the 3C2A. 6 other games here tonight, as we mentioned earlier. round one of 2019 CCCAA men's playoff bracket. Simpson puts that one in. He has 6 points. The lead cut to 2 for Cuesta. Timeout Cougars. 3:36 to go. .330 to go here in the first half. Cuesta with a 2-point lead with the ball. Cruz with it at the high post, guarded by Blunt. And Pasadena on an 8-0 run after falling behind by as many as 10. Mancini with it at the top of the key, guarded closely by Jackson. Cruz comes off of a pick, puts Blunt in the air. Cruz from 3. Make it a snowman of triples here in the first half for Cuesta. 8, count them, 8 for the Cougars. They lead it by 5. Jackson looking inside for Simpson. That pass stolen by Fancini. Good active hands digging that one out. Garode with possession. I'd like to see Jackson get up into Garode. He looks a little shaky handling the ball. Fancini does it. He's guarded by London Farmer. Garode looking inside for Cruz, who just hit another triple. Carras comes off of the screen. That's beautiful two-man basketball from Cruz and Carras. Crass, that's going to be a blocking charge, or blocking call, excuse me. Block charge call. Let's see if we can see it here. We're going to have a reversal as Jackson. Did they call a travel? So they called a travel before the block, and I think that's a pretty good call looking at it on the replay. Nice job there, Emery. Jeff Stoynoff, the legend, getting ready to come into the broadcast booth. Karras from 3! Wow! Back to a 10-point lead for Cuesta. The Cougars blessed with an array of assassins on their roster. Panuzzi trying to answer from 3. The first triple of the first half gets it down to a 7-point disadvantage for the Lancers. Still a bit of a hill to climb. Under 2 to go. Karras over to Cruz near side. This is Garud. Karras with it on the far side. 6 on the shot clock. Going to have to try and make something happen. Cruz. Ball fake over Blunt. Here's another triple for Iker Cruz. The 9th 3 of the first half by my count. Of course, that count always unofficial. For Cuesta, back to a 10-point advantage. We're joined by Jeff Stoynoff. Jeffrey, how you doing?
Excited to be here. Playoffs upon us.
Good response from the high post. Rod Terry for Pasadena. Well, you're doing better than Pasadena is right now.
Well, I'm not sure about that. We're still in the first half.
Sure. Well, they're trailed by 8, courtesy of 9 3-pointers in the first half.
I was fighting traffic a little bit, I think, similar to the way that Pasadena battling these threes.
Garode driving the lane on Panuzzi. Great backdoor Fancini. Simpson with the block, recovering late. Rebounded by Lojong and Dare Ledoux. Shot clock expires, and we're going back the other way for the Lancers. Just the type of play that you might expect to trigger bit of a run here at the end of the first half for the Lancers. Look at this block by Simpson. Gets to it first before it hits the backboard. Great job on the slow motion replay, Emery.
You know, Michael, nothing excites a crowd, excites a team like a big-time block shot like that. So it'll be interesting to see if that ignites something for Pasadena.
Well, I got to see what the adjustment's going to be here in the second half for Pasadena. It's easier said than done. Jeff, 9 of the triples, I want to say 6 or 7 of them were contested three-point shots. Here, Cruz with 11 in this one. Terry has his man in the popcorn machine, but he loses the ball in the paint. Yeah, shot clock turned off here at the end of the first half.
Good reach in there, getting a piece of that ball and digging it out.
Cuesta's done a nice job of that here in the first half, and they can end the first half with a double-digit lead with a made bucket. Fancini, 3 on the clock. Cruz stepping back, falling away, and that one air ball will go in at the half, 36-28. The long ball, the difference here in the first half for Cuesta, and they lead the Lancers here on SoCalCollegeSports.com's coverage. 3C2A men's basketball play-in round.
to a surge. Yes. Ralph Simpson. Not Ralph Sampson. Ralph Simpson, though. There is a player. Yep. Looks like he played in the 70s, from 70 to 79. What's it? What's it? We got to figure out audio.
Because it sounds good in here, but I'm not getting anything into the console.
You don't have it?
No. Is the sound from the right sound card? Okay, I'm getting you. I'm not getting the Crusader mix through your console.
Hit that. Hit the speaker. Hit the... Check one. Check. We start the second half. Lancers trailing it by 8. Simpson with an offensive rebound. Loses it to Joshua Wilson Murray. Didn't see a lot of Wilson Murray in the first half. Only had 5 points. It's because he had 2 fouls. Along with Jorge Bueno. Needed it though. The team shot 10 of 16 from 3, so I shortchanged them. Starting off 62.5%. That shot short. Going to be a foul on the rebound. Loose ball foul going to go against Cruz.
You have to expect that Pasadena is going to come out in the second half even more intent on challenging the three-point shot. They start, does Cuesta with a three-point attempt again, but that time better contest on the shot from Bueno.
3C2A playoff basketball live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Happy you've joined us, everyone. Spread the word on YouTube, SoCal College Sports 1. They go inside. Blunt from Simpson, fouled early before the shot.
That was great position down low for Blunt, and a good foul to take before the shot.
Agreed. They enter in. This is Farmer. Farmer got the start in the second half. Jackson, another long 2. Gets it down to a 6-point deficit, 36-30. And the defensive pressure ratcheted up here. Wilson Murray from 3, wide open in transition, rattling and dancing on the rim. That one stolen by Bueno. Another possession for Cuesta. Cruz wide open 3, yes sir. Ikier Cruz. Back to a 9-point advantage for the Cougars.
And a little look from Cruz of a, how can you leave me that open?
It's a la Larry Bird.
Only this one went in, and that's a Bird fan saying that.
Jackson lost it. Cruz with the steal. Off in transition. Euro step for Bueno. Kicks it out. Fancini for 3. Another one? No. Farmer with a rebound on the weak side. He's fouled. Is this going to go against Wilson Murray? No, to go against Bueno.
Boy, that was a good extra pass from Dakota Saunders, opening up that 3.
See the replay there, and Cruz
buries it. Cruz just a look over to his, well, it was a look over to his own bench, so it was a how could they leave me that open?
You believe this? Jackson would like to see the Lancers be a little bit more decisive in their attack. Blunt from the top of the key, that one well off. Got nothing.
That's a good shot in rhythm from Blunt. Maybe just didn't quite get himself fully set underneath. But one of those where you maybe lose a little track of where you are on the floor, because the shot in terms of the rhythm looked pretty good.
Look, one-on-one, I thought Wilson Murray traveled on that one, but one-on-one, I think Cuesta has a really hard time matching up. Wilson Murray, off the mark on the weak side. Fancini.
Yeah, Fancini from the weak side getting on the offensive glass, and you just got to box out, Michael.
You can't have that if you're passing in. Trying to get back into it now, a double-digit deficit. It's up to 11 for Cuesta. Farmer reverses it, far side, Josiah Woods. Woods comes off a screen from Blunt. Putter in the lane off the mark, and I'll say Woods is 0 for tonight. Indeed he is. 0 for 7 now from the field. Fancini inside. Saunders lost it. Woods with a steal. Woods over to Jackson. Jackson had the hot hand for the Lancers. He has 8. Woods into the lane looking for his first bucket. That one off the mark. Simpson with a rebound. He's fouled going up with it by Saunders. Simpson will go to the line.
That's a good effort play from Simpson, and at a big time as the lead had grown to 11. Here, Lancers, you need to stop the run.
See the replay here. And you see it develop, and really like the play here from Woods, finding a crease, getting into the teeth of the defense. Obviously his 8th miss on the night, but Simpson right there for the putback. He's fouled. Jordan Simpson, his first trip to the free throw line. Off the mark. Woods comes off. He'll be replaced by Patrick Panuzzi.
Well, this is a very dangerous matchup for the Lancers. Cuesta 8-2 in their last 10, 6 wins in a row, compared to the Lancers, who a little bit limp toward the finish with a 5-5 stretch in their last 10 games.
Yeah, limp figuratively and literally. Starting point guard on the year for Pasadena out here tonight, a little banged up, and obviously a team that relies on their floor general to really get them into the flow, and they don't have them. Murray off to Fancini, who's been terrific for the Cougars. Kicks it back to Cruz. Cruz turns and faces, drives the lane with the left hand. Fancini traveled, gets away with it. He threw it away anyway. Ball didn't lie there. Jackson here for Pasadena will bring things up. Again, terrific transition defense from the Cougars. Blunt turns a corner, fouled. Foul's going to go against Ledoux.
Good decisive play from Blunt, receiving that pass, gathering, and going up strong, gets himself to the line for a couple of free throws.
First foul on Lojang on Dorea Ledoux. And Blount will go to the stripe. First one short.
Well, Lancers not doing themselves any favors from the line. Down 10, and you need to start cutting into that a little bit. You don't want to pass off these opportunities.
Second free throw missed. And the lead remains 10 for the Cougars. Panuzzi fouls Fancini about 70 feet away from the basket. Egwinike going to check back into the ball game. I thought he brought some really good energy in that first half for the Lancers. See if he can duplicate that effort.
Well, you got
2-1 press.
Simpson
4-4.
and Egwinike on the floor together.
Fancini by himself off in the corner. Wilson Murray from three, that one short. The pressure a little bit more that time from the Lancers results in an errant three ball from Wilson Murray. Simpson off to Panuzzi from three. He's their three-point specialist. That one's short. Joshua Wilson Murray averaging about 17 points on the season. Had a quiet night. It's been the hot shooting from the Cougars that has really propelled them on this run. And in large part, this is Alexandru Fancini.
What a great crossover from Fancini, just leaving Panuzzi, and then goes to the reverse for the finish.
The lead is 12 for Cuesta. That pass off the mark, intended for Simpson, out of bounds.
Simpson working down low, but hadn't established any position.
Okay, they're going to say that this ball is off of Cuesta. Woods back into the ball game, along with Chris Odianu. Jackson, Odianu, Woods, foul on Blunt. Blunt looking to screen off for Woods on the baseline. Blunt going to come off. Egwinike will come in.
And Lancers really struggling offensively. And Mike, I think the most important thing for the Lancers right now is a home run here for an easy layup. Wilson Murray gets behind the defense. But I think, Michael, you can't let the offensive struggle start to affect you on the defensive end. That's where this lead could really balloon. It's a dangerous for Pasadena.
Full timeout called by the Lancers. First meeting in 21 years between Cuesta and Pasadena, and the Cougars are all over Pasadena here. Southern California, SoCalCollegeSports.com coverage of 3C2A playoff basketball. We'll be back. The lead 14 for Cuesta on top of Pasadena. Lancers with the ball. Simpson with it at the high post. They give off to Woods. Woods looking for something. He's 0 for on the evening. Possession back to Cuesta with a big lead here in the second half. Under 15 to go. First home playoff game in the last 15 years for Pasadena. Fancini from 3. That one off the back iron. Woods secures a rebound. Jackson going to bring things up here, looking to reset the offense.
You know, Mike, if you're a Cuesta fan here, here's the great news in the second half. They've expanded on the lead, and they're not shooting terribly well.
Well, either are the Lancers. Jackson with another long 2. Quick hitter, back the other way quickly. That's terrific transition offense from Lojong Andrea Ledoux.
And a couple of times in the last minute or two that the Lancers just haven't gotten back fast enough.
Offensive foul, Odiano.
Are they going to say he kind of cleared out with the off arm? I'm not sure what the call.
Entirely sure. Let's look at the replay here. Odiano with a head of steam. Wilson Murray beats him to the spot. Yeah.
Are they going to say that was a charge? But man,
that's a tough call. Moving away.
What a great play by Wilson Murray to get there.
I don't even think he got there. I thought he was a little bit late. That should have been a defensive block, but it goes the other way. Bueno with it on the dribble. We're looking for Cruz. They swing it around. Fancini near side. Far side to Bueno from 3. Quick trigger again. That one an air ball. Wilson Murray on the doorstep with a rebound in front of Odiano. The lead is 16, the largest here tonight for the Cougars.
Another second chance bucket.
Patrick Panuzzi getting ready to check in. Panuzzi on the season shoots it as well from three-point land as Cuesta does as a team. 37+%. Looking for Simpson down low. They got to get more of that. Simpson, great drop step. Finish with the left hand. No chance for Ledoux. See if that might spark a run here for the Lancers. They need to get within striking distance. Fancini fouled by Woods. 4th team foul.
First foul on Woods.
Under 13 to go. Cruz will inbound the basketball. Sideline out of bounds. They'll stack it up. Look for Cruz to fade to the corner possibly here. No. A little bit more methodical. On-ball two-man game. Fancini, no. Really like what Cuesta's doing here in terms of executing. Wilson Murray, mid-range game, a beauty.
Yeah, just clear out. Let Wilson Murray go to work. Goes to a pet move. Knocks down the jumper.
Murray now into double figures with 11. Simpson well out front looking for Jackson.
You know how you can tell the pet move, Michael? When they're already running down court, when they let that ball go. That's one that you practiced a few times.
You know what his pet move is? Shooting the basketball is his pet move. Very adept from 3. What is he from 3 on the season? He looks very comfortable shooting that.
39% at over 8 attempts a game. So that's 39% on good volume.
You can watch this broadcast live. 1-1. First free throw in and out by Igbenike.
Boy, 4 missed free throws here in this second half.
Ledoux reverses it over to Karras. Tough screen. That's a double dribble.
Yeah, it's an easy call there for Karras. And a good screen by Ledoux. They had the screen roll all set up, and Karras just didn't like the passing lane.
Watch this monstrous screen set by Ledoux. Little shoulder into it, and he had him. Karras just couldn't pull the trigger on the pass. That's a good job of hedging by Simpson, really bluffing at it and forcing the double dribble from Karras.
And I think if you're Karras in that situation, you don't need to be in too much of a hurry. That's a slow developing play.
Agreed. Woods comes around the corner inside. Igbenike fouled. He's going to go to the line. Now you just got to make him.
Igbenike is a 70% foul shooter on the season.
Well, the good news is for Pasadena, despite being down 16, Cuesta's already in the penalty. Two away from the double bonus. Bad news is you're not hitting anything from the free throw line. There's one there for Egbunike. Second free throw is good. That's one way to chip away at a lead. Free throw line. Cruz turns and faces. Great job of press break there. Getting a hand on it was Panuzzi. It's out of bounds. It's going to stay with Cuesta. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff, Emery Johnson on tonight's call. Here from Pasadena City College, home of the Lancers. And the Lancers trail it big, double digits by 14, 11:44 to go. Purdue looking for something to develop. This is Joshua Wilson Murray from the baseline. That one is long. Woods mistimed his jump on the rebound attempt. Cruz comes away with it. It's dug out, but out of bounds by Jackson. To stay with the Cougars. The winner gets citrus. And that one, if it's Cuesta, likely to be a track meet. Karras enters in at Cruz. Cruz looking to step through. Egbunike, great job holding his ground. Back to Karras for three. That one's short. Rebounded on the weak side by Jackson. Jackson fouled by Fancini. Two shots, well, 1 and 1 coming to Jackson.
Second foul on Fancini.
9th team foul.
And I think this makes it even more imperative, Michael, for Pasadena to try to work the ball down low, get something near the basket or going toward the basket, shooting free throws the rest of the way, shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way.
Well, they're going to need the 2 free throws because one not really working for them. Another missed free throw for the Lancers. Wilson Murray to the rack. And the finish.
That's a great job by Wilson Murray, going toward the basket with the intention of shooting. No one steps over. Finish at the rim.
Kid's a player. You would expect that from a lead scorer, but he makes it flow so easy. Reminds me a little bit of Mike Pemberthy. Played for the Lakers for a little while. Woods turns a corner on Karras. Shot up and good from 12 feet. Going to start the offense, a little backdoor. Fancini looking to move the defense out to Karras. Another 3, yes sir.
That's just drive and dish. It's pretty. Starts with a great backdoor cut from Fancini, but then finds Karras.
The lead out to 17. Woods responds. Back-to-back buckets for Josiah Woods. But we're under 10 to go.
You need stops. That's Fancini. Works around a Cruz screen. Kicks it back outside, but off the mark for Ledoux. But they're going to say this. No, now it is a turnover. I didn't think that was off of Pasadena. But the over and back, the turnover gives it back to the Lancers.
Yeah, I think initially I thought one of the referees, the near side referee, thought that it may have been tapped by Simpson, but upon further review, indeed it's a backcourt.
Chasing around an Egbunike screen. Little hesitation, drives it baseline, lost the handle, and Cruz comes up with the ball for Cuesta.
Lose the ball point blank, you need that bucket.
Wilson Murray again around the high screen. Baseline drive, shielding off with the body, and he lays it up and in.
I mean, it's just textbook basketball from Joshua Wilson Murray. Love his game.
3 on the way off the back iron. Out of bounds, back to Cuesta. As Woods misses from long range. Cuesta with a 17-point lead. That is their largest of the evening. Wilson Murray again driving on Panuzzi. To the reverse, lays it in.
Up to 17 points now here for Joshua Wilson Murray, putting on a show.
I think Wilson Murray just getting Panuzzi one-on-one, and he knows that Panuzzi can't stay with him. It's a very tough assignment working on Wilson Murray. Anybody one-on-one, but they're really clearing out, doing a good job setting up Joshua Wilson Murray. Jackson open for three, missed.
Well, he's been pretty good from about 17, 18 feet, but trying to extend it that time and was well off the mark. Blunt and Farmer are getting ready to check back in.
Wilson Murray again driving. This time Panucci gets a piece right back to Wilson Murray. Karras on the cut, goes glass, lays it in. The lead has ballooned to 21 for Cuesta. Timeout Pasadena. 8:06 to go in the ball game. Cuesta on a roll. You're watching Pasadena City College basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. (62-41) all Cuesta. Round one of the 3C2A men's basketball playoffs. Cuesta looking like they're going to have a date with Citrus College coming up here this weekend. Still got 8 minutes to go, but well, you can't do it a whole lot better than Cuesta's done it really from the outset. It started with hot shooting, but really it's all phases of the game, Michael.
Well, now the shooting has really opened up the driving lanes, and we see the backdoor cuts with the defense now overstretch and over pursuing, and with good reason. Look, they hit 10 3-pointers in that first half, and you had to get out and guard them. But as a team that shoots the ball well, you have to be able to know what the counter is. And this is a very well-coached team, coached by Rusty Blair for Cuesta, and they have made the adjustments here in the second half. And Pasadena just really out of it offensively and out of sorts, and like you said earlier, not really doing themselves any favors. Jeff, off camera earlier today, I teased you with a little trivia, something we like to do here at SoCalCollegeSports.com, and the trivia is this. I don't have it in writing on screen, excuse me, but the trivia is this. Byron Scott played for the Lakers through much of his career in the NBA. Who originally drafted Byron Scott? What team? And if you have the answer, feel free to reach out in the chat module.
Jackson knocks down the jumper. 19-point lead, full court pressure from the Lancers. Fancini struggling, gets it over the line, finds Cruz.
Just barely.
Close to a violation. And now Cuesta can set up. Shot clock down to 14. Fancini drives the lane, kicks it out. They work it around to Wilson Murray. Shot clock at 7. Wilson Murray calls a play. Pulls up from long range, rimming no.
Called his own number.
Rebound off to Simpson. Woods on the drive all the way to the rim.
Oh, it could be too little too late, but you need more of that. You need to get going to the bucket. Well, you definitely can't have this.
Karras off to Cruz. Woods trying to sell the offensive foul, but he doesn't get the call.
LA Valley at Ventura. We saw LA Valley earlier in the year versus Antelope Valley, and they beat them at ADC. And right now with the lead on the road versus Ventura, 36-25 there in the first half.
Cruz with the shot clock winding down. Murray Sims on the cut, finds Ledoux from 10 feet. That one rims no.
A battle in Santa Maria. Alan Hancock with a 2-point lead there in the second half, 57-55.
Woods dancing on the dribble, has it tipped away by Fancini.
San Diego City on top of Santa Monica, 46-41. Of course, big lead here, 62-43 in favor of Cuesta.
Woods on the wing. Looking down low for Simpson, and I believe this one's off of Woods. Now they're going to say it's off of Fancini, and I think that's a break for Pasadena.
Hey, look, they need all the breaks they can get, and we'll just leave it at that.
That they do. They'll bring it in from the corner. Woods with the shot clock at 12.
I got a guess on the trivia.
Round from Jackson. Let me just say, as Woods catches and shoots, knocks it down from 17. 6 unanswered from Pasadena. Now the ball is loose in the backcourt, but Fancini saves it. Let me just say that this is something that I might have had a guess on as Sims Murray tries for 3 off the back iron. Long rebound. The Lancers on a run. Farmer gets it across to Jackson. Jackson, a little hesitation. Finds Farmer, leans into a 16-footer, no good. Jackson has the rebound.
Jackson just wants it more right now.
Farmer trying to save and does to Simpson. Gets it back. Drives on Ledoux. Goes glass, lays it in.
The intensity obviously in favor of Pasadena right now. And Cuesta's going to call a timeout.
8-0 run. Pasadena back within 13, 5:41 to go. Timeout.
Definitely the trivia question right now as it stands. Byron Scott, former Laker great of all time. Originally drafted by what team?
What team?
I do have a guess from Tony Barbone.
Well, I'm sure that's the right answer.
Bones, unfortunately, is incorrect. He did play some of his career with the Pacers, but he was not originally drafted by the Pacers.
I knew he went to the Pacers after the Lakers. Harris, they work it around to Fancini. Cruz step back, 3 all the way is good.
Cruz feeling it.
Another 3 from Iker Cruz. Breaks the 8-0 run, the lead back to 16. Turnaround shot no good, but an offensive rebound, another chance, but the pass off the mark and Fancini has the steal. Ball out of bounds, but it'll stay with Cuesta.
Well, looking more and more like Citrus will be hosting Cuesta on Saturday.
Yeah, careful what you wish for, I guess, if you're a Cuesta fan, but it's exciting, the possibility, but that is a tough place to go and win. And taking on a very, very talented Citrus team. 4:56 to go in this one. In Pasadena,
Want to take a couple
trailing at 65-49.
Couple cracks at the trivia here, Stoy?
You know what? I'm not remembering. I thought I said Phoenix or Denver, but
well, for anybody else watching right now, the question, I will pose it again. Laker great Byron Scott originally drafted by what NBA franchise?
Yeah, I'm not. I could sit here and guess NBA franchises, but I don't know the answer. So
we'll give it a couple more minutes on the chat box. If you're watching right now on YouTube, feel free to chime in and let us know your answer.
Boy, that is real draft expertise. What was his rookie year? 82? 82, 83?
82, 83.
And I knew he went to Arizona State.
Well, you got that going for you. Which is nice.
Which is nice.
Nice.
That is a tough one. I told you in between at a break in the game that I read the book Showtime by Jeff Pearlman all about that those Laker teams, and certainly there was a lot about Byron Scott in there. I'm sure it was in there, but the reading retention, it's not there. I don't remember.
This might do something for you. Originally drafted by the Clippers.
Ah, that makes total sense. The Clippers, who had a 50% chance of getting Larry Bird.
Wow.
Back in the day. But chose, I believe, Austin Carr was the player that they chose instead. Or, I have to double check on the.
What an incredible whiff.
Yes. It might have been all different. I mean, just think, Larry Bird might have blown out his knee way before he developed any back trouble. Totally different version of NBA history.
Arizona State, Bonesy.
65-49. The Lancers trail it by 16. Cruz will bring it in at three-quarter court. And part of what makes this assignment so tough for the Lancers is, I think, the incredibly disciplined and solid play from the backcourt, Fancini and Joshua Wilson Murray. Just doing such a great job running this offense, and I think it just makes it that much harder, Michael, to generate turnovers and get the stops that you need in short order to make a run here, and that's just part of what confronts the Lancers.
Wilson Murray in that first half, he only played about 9 minutes. And really, it was Fancini in that first half that really spurred this team on and was able to really help his team solidify a lead. Obviously, Cruz played a big part in that in his three-point shooting. But then they brought in the closer. They brought in their Mariano Rivera. Joshua Wilson Murray in the second half has been terrific. 17 points in this one.
And she dribbles it off his knee, but right to Cruz. Wilson Murray with the shot clock winding down. On the drive, comes up shooting from 18 feet. No good, but Ledoux has an offensive rebound, and now the Cougars can burn some more clock. Wilson Murray backs it out. Checked by Jackson. Around to Karras. Wilson Murray drives the lane, fans it out to Karras. Shot clock at 4. Karras driving baseline, and he dribbled it out of bounds. The turnover will give it back to Pasadena, but that was still a quality trip for Cuesta when you can burn a full minute off the clock, which they were able to do.
Exactly right, Stoy. And credit to this Lancer squad. You know, they're down by 16. It's under 4 to go. Make that 14. They could easily just go away, but they're still battling.
Yeah, Jackson hits the J. Back within 14. Yeah, the efforts never stopped. But they just ran into a team that has executed very well here tonight in Cuesta.
Word from Bones. He's looking forward to the trivia gauntlet that you're going to lay down in baseball.
Yeah, Bones is part of it.
Wow.
How about Cruz going glass? I don't know if he called it, but I'll tell you what, the way he's shooting tonight, he very well might have. Spinning move and one for Blunt. Rare highlight here for the Lancers on the offensive end.
Now you're probably familiar with this Larry Bird story, and I was watching. You know, I was going into the void that is YouTube earlier today, and I was watching some stories about Larry Bird. Speaking of bank three-pointers, Larry Bird.
Oh yeah.
once had a bet with was it an opposing player?
I think it was the trainer for the Knicks.
So the trainer from the Knicks, he has a $20 bet, and the trainer says, "I bet you can't bank a three tonight versus the Knicks."
Yeah, because Bird was out there shooting banked threes in the warm-up.
So the game goes on, and they get up about 20, about 10 minutes to go in the fourth, so they pull the starters. And the trainer goes to Larry Bird and says, "You owe me $20. And Larry Bird says, "Man, I can't believe I forgot about that." Simpson with a great board and the finish.
13-point lead, 2:30 to go in the game.
So Casey Jones, after the lead gets down to 7, puts the starters back in. Second possession in, Larry Bird goes to the corner and banks a three out of the corner. Turns over to the trainer running down the court. better have my $20.
Fancini working on Jackson. Tries for three, doesn't get any.
Man.
But an offensive rebound for Cruz, and he's taken down.
Intentional foul going to be called against Josiah Woods, and the frustration mounting here for Josiah. He's had a nice second half here, but obviously the emotion's getting the better of him on that play, and it's up to 8 points, but he started the game, I believe, 0 for 9. And it's been tough sledding for him and the Lancers here this evening, down by 13. And
this one's going to be called a flagrant, so it's going to be free and the ball, and Cruz will head to the line. You know, amidst our talking about the ball handling and the offense, the rebounding has been a huge stat in this one, particularly the offensive rebounding for Cuesta here in this second half. And Michael, I think as important as the offensive rebounding has been, it's been the way that they've taken advantage of the second chance points as well. So often when they've had an offensive rebound, they've made the most of it.
It's a team that shot over 62% from three in the first half. They shoot better than 37% from three on the season. This is a squad you cannot give second chance points to, or opportunities to, rather. And like you said, Jeff, Cuesta making the most of them, and they got a big lead right now, and up 14, under 2 to go.
They'll get it to Fancini. Fresh shot clock for Cuesta. Wilson Murray off to Ledoux. This is Karras. Wilson Murray leans over the dribble. Driving on Farmer to the crossover. Left-handed scoop. No. Blunt pulls down the rebound. Here come the Lancers. Jackson in transition. All the way to the glass. And one. Jackson with a three-point opportunity, but with 88 seconds remaining.
Give him a little extra.
The Lancers going to need more help.
Jackson has been the heart and soul of this ball club here tonight. He's got 16 in the affair.
Jackson's free throw is in the air and in the basket. 69-58, full timeout taken by Pasadena. You're watching the 3C2A playoffs here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Cuesta leading by 11 with the ball. Full court pressure as they get it into Fancini. Great job against the press once again for the Cougars. There's Cruz off to Karras. Shot clock down to 15. Skip pass, Karras in the corner. Wilson Murray for three.
Wilson Murray with a bit of a coffin nail dagger three.
That's pretty textbook, how to deal with the press and then how to deal with the trap. Jackson gets a screen from Simpson all the way to the glass and lays it in. Jackson continues to be effective on the drive, but the Lancers just going to run out of time here, under a minute to go. Trailing by 12, and you know, Michael, I think this is just all about the Cuesta College Cougars and a well-earned victory here on the road.
Well-earned victory, and they shot the lights out on the road. Not an easy thing to do.
Karras' three in and out. Jackson into the front court. Now playing out the string with 24 seconds.
Cougars winners of 6 straight coming in. The Lancers ran into a buzzsaw here in Pasadena. Well, we'll bring it out, give you some scores from around the 3C2A, round 1 of 3C2A playoff basketball.
7 seconds, and Cuesta can indeed just dribble this one out. It's a final 72-60. Cuesta moving on to round 2 and a date with the Citrus College Owls. We'll come back and wrap things up here from Pasadena. It's the 3C2A playoffs here on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Scores from around the 3C2A men's basketball first round bracket. LA Valley on top by 6, 69-63 at Ventura. Battle in Santa Maria. About a minute to go. Allen Hancock with a 1-point lead, 74-73. Santa Monica, 5:53 to go. On top of the state runner-up a year ago. San Diego City 58-55, and Cuesta, it's a final on top of Pasadena here from Lancer Gym. Well, that's all she wrote. 72-60. Pasadena goes down at the hands of the Cuesta Cougars. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you. And Jeff, a terrific performance by the Cougars coming in on the road against a pretty good team. 17-11 on the season. They had an inferior record versus their opponents. The Cuesta came in with a record of 21-7, but better wins throughout the course of the year for Pasadena. And Cuesta, well, they did the job, and now they're going to a much larger test at Citrus on Saturday.
Yeah, it is the classic careful what you wish for, but I know they'll embrace that challenge, and it will be just that. And it'll be a terrific game to keep an eye on. This is a very, very well-coached, very talented team, and a team, Michael, I think, that plays very well seemingly within themselves. They understand what they want to do. They understand their roles. I think that was very evident in this match. Up with executing your game plan well. This is a team that can do that. So let's keep an eye and see what happens this weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to be very interested to see the result of the Citrus game. And I guarantee, I mean, Citrus obviously not going to back down from anybody, but this is a team I think anybody in the 3C2A would not want to play.
Yep.
They shoot it lights out on the season. They shot it well on the road here tonight. They go to face a team that also shoots it pretty well in Citrus, but better defensively as a unit, better in terms of rebounding. I don't foresee the rebounding edge that Cuesta had here tonight versus Pasadena.
and I think also with Citrus, healthier and a little bit deeper team, they're going to be able to push the pace more effectively. This is not a terribly deep Cuesta squad.
Yeah.
They only go about 8 deep. here. That's going to be a tall order against a team that is going to be relentless in terms of pushing pressure. So it's going to be a tall order. There's no doubt about it. But, hey, they come in with a lot of confidence, and they can go in there and, kind of playing on house money and see what happens. If you shoot the ball well, what do you often say? The 3 ball is the great equalizer.
The great equalizer.
Yeah,
exactly
so
right.
if you go in there and you get hot,
code.
anything might happen. So that's what makes the playoffs so fun, and is why we'll be keeping an eye and watching. We got some playoff coverage ourselves this weekend. So.
Yeah, we will be back in action on Friday. Cerritos hosting West LA, and that'll be an absolute war. Had a chance to see West LA earlier in the year at the Compton tournament, and that's a team that's really hit its stride to come in as the 12 seed, 28 on the year. Cerritos with another terrific year under Coach Russ May, and hey, look, they were in the final State 8 a year ago. They were in the Final Four and gave the defending state champ San Francisco all they could handle and more.
Yeah,
eventually
very close to getting out of there.
And that was that was minus Jason Carter a year ago. If you go back and you remember that, if you saw our coverage up at Ventura, we'll be there again. Cerritos, one of the teams for sure to be in the mix, or to at least factor into the mix when it's all said and done here in the South. That'll do it for our coverage here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. For Emery Johnson, Jeff Stroinop, Jorge Cepeda, I'm Mike Cepeda signing off. We'll see you on Friday.